time they see me, they in G-Shock. Homie, this is too far. Homie, I feel too alive. You can see me like Illuminati. You can see me like Illuminati. But I'm shining so bright. Don't come and try to share some of this light.
Yo, what are we actually talking about right now? Are we back with this Battlefield? What is this news right now dropping out of nowhere, bros? I was pretty sure that the game is just going slowly to a dead place. Like, we already starting to bury this Battlefield 6 around this season 2. I feel the vibe is down and people kind of forget about Battlefield 6 almost with every week that is passing. And most of them were talking in different social media that they are looking forward to the next Battlefield. Well, think about that twice now. God dang it, man. We're gonna have next month season 3 dropping with the Railway to Goldmund. It doesn't have the same name like in Battlefield 4. It has almost the same name because the map, it is reimagined and it's gonna work fine with Battlefield 6 as a setting, keeping the main core of Goldmund Railway is a map, which is the railway in the middle with the train and obviously the villages around it. I think it's gonna be a crazy rework that is gonna work with this game. And after this map, another bomb, Cairo Bazaar, which is also another reimagined map from Battlefield 3 Bazaar map. I mean, what? Come on, man. This is like GG's dice. We kind of hoping for more of that. It's probably going to play something similar to Cairo map that we already have. And it's obviously a very good map because Siege of Cairo is probably one of the favorite maps for infantry alongside with some tanks involved as vehicles. But the news don't stop here because guess what? We get the naval battles back in Battlefield 6. Man, people was crying about this like for a long time now. We want it in Battlefield 5, we want it in Battlefield 2042. And finally, after 2 Battlefields, we are able to put our hands back with a true naval battles once again like it wasn't before. Man, that is a very huge news and I'm really excited about this one. Turu Reef, next map in season 4. And on top of that, we get the Wake Island, which was also on BF5, and it was a decent map. Didn't play that well on all the modes in Battlefield 5, but in Battlefield 3, it was one of the top favorites maps. So I'm kind of curious to see how this map is going to play in Battlefield 6 and how they're going to make this map interesting to play. But this is another map part of season 4. And later, season 5, it's also coming with another 3 new maps. We don't know much about it. We got this picture, but it kind of feels like it's a battle coming back to the city. And it kind of reminds me seeing these pictures here. It does remind me of Dawnbreaker from Battlefield 4. Not sure about it. Or it could be maybe Siege of Shanghai from Battlefield 4. Do you think it's Siege of Shanghai? Or do you think it is Dawnbreaker from Battlefield 4? It could be Siege of Shanghai, judging by the lights. It could be China. Imagine if China is actually joining Battlefield as a faction, like in good old Battlefield games. But just from the start, we already know that we got 3 seasons coming after season 2. Season 3 with 2 maps, season 4 with 2 maps, with a novel battles, and season 5 with 3 maps. And it could be Siege of Shanghai, one of them. But the great news doesn't stop here. Server browsers is finally coming into the game with persistent servers. That is huge. We did cry about that since 2042. Now with Battlefield 6, it looks like they actually listen and we get server browser back. But that is not enough. In Battlefield 2042, we did cry about platoons. And I was sure the platoons will make a comeback in Battlefield 6 from day one because somehow these platoons are gathering people. It feels like you can create a crowd that is fighting for the same cause. It just creates communities and it's good to see clashes between platoons, even though sometimes it could be annoying and it could be exhausting to see a server full of the same names of platoons. But it's part of the Battlefield and it should be in Battlefield and it's coming back. That is another boom just announced right now. Alongside that, we get the spectator mode. People ask about that. And alongside that, we get proximity chat. I'm not sure how this is going to work, if it's just for your squad or if you can actually hear people around like enemies talking about different positions or I don't know, just talking about the game. If they're going to listen to music, that is bad. But I hope they're gonna talk about, hey, that guy is there, that guy is there. And if it's gonna be implemented good, it might be a cool game changer for Battlefield for the first time. Looking forward to see more about the proximity chat. And they also announced that they're gonna rework some of the maps. We did have this type of fix also on Battlefield 2042 with all kinds of maps. So I guess they're gonna fill the gap between some of the new content and, let's say, quality life improvement content for different maps, like they did in 2042 with different maps. They improved some maps and they reworked it. And in the end, they worked better, not the way they should, but better than it was in the initial form. So Blackwell Fields and also Solbeck will have a little bit of love coming from the developers with a rework. Other than that, we can see all kinds of clips and images that show you how the new maps will look like. And I'm really hyped about what I'm seeing on the screen. I think it's going to be a good map, even Goldman, because initially I was almost zero hype about Goldman, but seeing the red flowers on the ground did remind me of the map of Battlefield 1 in French Revolution with the trenches, and it might be an interesting map. Also, the Bazaar map looks like a very cool map. Definitely just infantry, I'm guessing. I'm not sure. It could be just infantry or it could be a tank or two joining the fights, just like in Siege of Cairo. Hopefully, they're going to improve some of the dogfights with the planes, and they're going to make the planes more interesting to use, because right now in this form that they are in the game, they are pretty much useless and pretty much not interesting or fun to use. I'm imagining on Wake Island or the novel map, Turu Reef, will be interesting to use helicopters and jets alongside. But yeah, what do you guys feel? Is Battlefield back? Did you expect this comeback? I don't know what just happened here. I was not ready for this kind of info. I was already kind of like putting myself in that place where I was accepting that Battlefield 6 slowly is going low, and it's kind of trying to make room for the next Battlefield in silence. It looks like DICE just cooked and just bring out the spark again. And I'm really pumped what they're gonna do in the game in the future. And that gives me a lot of hope that the next Battlefield will be exactly what it should be from day one. And hopefully the next seasons and next games will bring enough content like we should have from season to season. And that is like a minimum 3 maps per season, but not a huge gap or break between seasons, because that is putting the game to sleep. But let me know your thoughts down below. Are you guys hype for the next seasons? Do you think Battlefield 6 will be back, will make a return, and you guys will join back and give it another try? And you're gonna join your platoons to be brothers in arms and dominate the servers with the next seasons. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and see you bad boys on the battlefield.
Yeah, I'm so fresh like the morning, mouth wide open like they yawning. Every time they see me, they in G-Shock. Homie, this is too far. Homie, I feel too alive. You can see me like Illuminati. You can see me like Illuminati. But I'm shining so bright, so bright. Don't come and try to share some.